I'm actually going to set the record right on this. I think actually Ramos is that Winkler? Anyway, when I was young, I used to take a walk in the evening, and I had heard a notice on the German AM radio for looking out for a kidnapper with a boy driving north. And when you hear it on the AM radio close to, then it's north is Denmark. You can't get more north, right? So I was out walking and I could hear a boy or a girl screaming at the hotel in the inner town, right? In Ribe. So basically I was watching it a little bit and then I decided to walk over to the car. The car was a black German registered car, and I had watched that the person was a male. He was heavy, tall, and there was a small boy inside the car. And there was no luggage and there was no mom. So I actually was thinking it was too late to transport going somewhere, and there was no kind of rest in the situation. It was not like a normal tourism departure because the child was screaming. So I actually walked over and asked simple questions as, hey, where are you from? Or can I help? Or something like that. And the man, the tall, heavy man, got aggressive. And then I figured out that it could be the missing child. I didn't have a picture of the missing child, so I just went on my guts, my instincts, and my humanitarian crossing there, right? So basically I decided, because I needed to get the police attended, so I decided to try and get the man away from the car, doing a little trick like run after me kind of trick, right? So I ran, I made him like a little bit angry, and I ran to a pizza to call the police, and he was outside and I had a small Swiss and I was trying to defend myself, and then I ran into the pizza, called the police, hoping that they would identify the car and the man and the boy. But the Danish police, and they're still at work, fucked up. They thought I was the problem because I lost a lot of rights in this country, still do, and basically they just wanted to clean the streets from what they think I was, right? So basically I was questioned and actually looked as some stupid person, right? And the kidnapper drove off with the boy. I later recognized his picture, and he was killed. So I was one of the last trying to liberate the boy from Germany, Dennis, right? Unforgivable, and I will never forget it. Secondly, same thing actually happened. I was on the operation at Tessie Campus in Österreich from Germany, returned with ship. Even the military top knows about that. And instead of going up to the police director and get like a thank you and a check, I was rolled into institutionalized checkups, but I was never paid. So they actually theft the income on that one, right? And the media was all over, right? Secondly, I was in London. There was a person, a famous classical musician, who was missing. And we tried to find him, so actually I tracked him down in London, and that was the so-called sting operation. So basically, I tracked him down, and I called the police and said he was inside that house, and that someone was with him in that house, right? About this lyrics that I lost a lot of text work for film and lyrics. That's nothing to do with a sting operation. Sting operation is a sort of, you could look it up, right? But it's nothing to do with lyrics. So it's actually nothing to do with the former police music, right? So I think you mix up a little bit the difference between making lyrics and making film novels and then working in the field. I'm also the one that work a lot against terrorism and actually on a little higher level sometimes, where I work with different countries and governments and military and churches to try and find some more restrained, sustainable peacemaking, right? So that's why I use this. This is a great book, this one here. It's actually a business book, but it's a very good book for learning how to negotiate. I don't know why actually, but it's just been a very good book for me. I used to look things up in this, right? But basically, Denmark did a lot of harm to my identity. They took a lot of money from me. Last culmination of media, Chris Stevenson, and media corruption and case handling was wrong and so on. So you don't want to work with them, honestly. And some of the things are done were a little bit dangerous, and when you know what you're doing, it's not that dangerous. But anyway, so basically, it's important to beware that you can trust Denmark, and you can trust the government or the royal house or the media. So yeah, that's just very sad in a way.